I think something all of us have recognized that maybe I wouldn't have done it this way. And now that I'm doing it this way, maybe it's not quite so bad, to whatever level people may respond in that way. So I think as we talked about in our group, and certainly I'm sure lots of us have discussed in our circles of friends, is that, the way forward is going to be much different than where we've been. And
definitely in the ministry of the church, there are some people, it's shifted a little bit. Like there's some people that were more on the fringe that because of the online activity, we formed a Facebook group and have been more active, especially some of our younger families, I think have drawn in closer to the church and it's invited the church into their homes and us into their homes. I mean, a lot of people's homes I haven't been in, but here I am talking to the family over Zoom in their homes. And I think some of our young moms, if they're like, hey, I can come via Zoom, and watch my kids in the background while they're getting ready for bed or doing homework, I can be a part of that team rather than have to come out to the church. I do know one woman said to me who was in the book group, and she's been really active in the church for years, but has never come to any extracurricular Bible studies or book groups or small groups. And she said, I love this Zoom group. She says, I come home from work, I'm tired. She said, if I have to go to church, I got to get my jacket on and get in my car and go to the church. She said, I'm usually like, I don't want to do that. But she said, she would actually come to our meeting, sit down with her dinner, eat her dinner, participate in the book group. She said, can we please keep doing this? And I said, yeah, I mean, we'll have in-person small groups and home groups like we've had. And I think I can see us definitely having Zoom meetings going forward. I think some families will come out of this feeling much more connected with their church. And
I think definitely the live streaming part of it, like I said, we never would have done it before the quarantine. But just the fact that we've had even family members, like I said, that never were interested in the church, but that they were faithfully logging in and listening. I think there's definitely an advantage to it. And I'm sure we'll keep doing that for a long time, if not indefinitely. That's our plan right now.
So there's so many wonderful things in technology. Now we have people from all over that don't even attend our church regularly, but they're doing online devotions with us.
In general, churches, and we're probably going to be in the same boat too, is I think we're going to be more attentive to the resources on hand. I love the story of Elisha. When he went and met with the widow, she was going through a desperate situation, and his encouragement to her is, what's in your house? Let's take what you have. And she gathered all those jars and utilized them, and God did a miracle. And I think that churches might be a little bit more attentive to what's on hand. Let's be more meticulous about how we steward our finances. Let's be meticulous about how we steward the technologies and the ministries that we have, the people that we have, which is our greatest resource. Our church, hopefully, especially, will continue to just be open-minded to adjusting our methods, even though the message of Christ never changes. I hope that that's a lasting legacy that churches hold on to, is that we need to always be changing and growing and moving forward to leverage what's in hand. And maybe it's not within our hand, but it's out there in the world, and it could be used for God. Let's figure out a way to do that and bring it in. There's this question that's always nagging him. What are things that we've started that we need to absolutely continue as we move forward? And then another question he asked was, what are some of the things that we laid to rest that we dare not resuscitate when we get back? And I think for us, we were online prior with, it kind of almost felt like we have to, so we put it up there and it was there, but we never really truly paid attention to it. And this has kind of forced us to be more mindful of that. There is an online presence. There are people who are not available to be in person with us, for whatever reason, and giving them attention and being mindful of their presence is critical. And so
that God is going to have to, he's inviting us to receive new wineskins, to receive the new wine. And after that gathering, a pastor sort of texted out to a bunch of pastors an image, a cartoon image of a church in an hour, in an hourglass. And the church was the sand was coming through and the church wouldn't fit. It was like stuck, as if to say, and he said, if we fall in love with the form, then we're going to miss out on what God wants to do, because this form, as we've currently known it, is not able to manage what it is God wants to do. And so it just opened people's hearts and opened people's eyes, I think, to say, Lord, what are you saying? What is it you're having us take from this? Truly humbling ourselves and waiting on God for his leading, his direction, his guidance.
Thank you for watching our video. To learn more, please click on another video. And don't forget to ring the bell to like us.